10, 9, 8, 8, 7, 8, 10, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, yeah, probably not the right place. Word. Yeah, okay. The people will assemble, but yeah, so you're going to be passing the mic, and we'll be chilling. So, oh, and we're already, I believe, Party in a Box might be coming through with the host as well. But yeah, if you're just joining us, if you're one of the first early birds that catch the worm, what is good with it? I'm going to give a little, minute or so for people to funnel in.
You guys are excited for this PR reveal. I can tell. But before we get to that, we are going to be interviewing Van here. But yeah, if you guys are just tuning in, already 13 people. Wow.
13 people already.
You guys are already running it back. Thanks for coming to episode 5 of the Runback. You guys are great. If you guys are new, this is the Runback held after every cave event hosted by West Tower here and Tully.
Ayo.
We are coming to this MDVA if you didn't know.
And it is our absolute privilege to introduce Hogpen Zone Gaming, straight out of West Virginia, Van the Man. How are you doing this evening? How are you enjoying your cave?
I'm doing pretty good. It was a long night, but this is probably my favorite venue, like in NDVA. So I don't mind the wait.
What is it like? So I've seen that you've brought a lot of people along with too, like every single week, because you've been running it back each week, just like chilling. What is it about this venue specifically that I don't know? Because I see that you enjoy grinding here. Always doubles is really good too. But what other things do you just love about this venue?
I mean, it's 24 hours, so it helps out with the grind sessions. I don't live too close, so it helps to be able to come out here and play as long as I really want to. It gets a fair amount of the PR players to show up, and everybody here is just chill. It doesn't feel super cutthroat while I'm here, but everybody's still trying to do their best. So
yeah, it's definitely a place where I feel like learning is valued a little more than just I don't know, even crazy bracket results will always guaranteed happen here, but even then people just kind of focus on improving, and it's more about what happens before and after the tournament than really what goes down. One thing that I do want to talk to you about, because speaking of late hours, we were you, me, West Tower, and of course episode 4 Jeb. We were all playing until 5 a.m. We were playing the craziest doubles.
Yep, where we found out Van is in fact an alien. Hopefully that was part of the contract. Team Hogping, see you in the chat.
Yep, aliens only.
Sponsored an alien.
But you and Jeb took a particular spaceship for for Cost 3 in Ohio this weekend, and I just want to know, because already that just sounds crazy. Van and Jeb take over the world, but how was doubles and how was the event altogether in Ohio?
all right, so doubles was kind of lit. Me and Jeb got second place. We actually got into grand finals on winner's side. We had to beat Colonies, who's this really good Midwest Fox, and Sylvanas, who's a pretty good Mewtwo. Yeah, he's an HM, but he's definitely going to be I think top 5 on their next PR, because he's leveled up.
Dang.
We had to beat them on winner's side, and we got in the grands, and then they ran it back on us hard, they got the hard download.
Dang.
I mean, we did good. We showed up, we took some names, made people realize that West Virginia plus Jeb is a pretty good team.
Yeah, I also saw Red Fox got 9th at that tournament. You got I want to say 17th. Jeb getting 3rd as well. So not too bad of a haul altogether. But was the venue just pretty fun? Any stories from just being on that car ride?
The venue was fantastic. I got lots of Jeb quotes for
yeah.
They're not all in the Discord server, and some of them are a little bit they don't show Jeb in the best light possible. So I'm gonna hold off on them, but I got to get to know Jeb a little bit, and he's real chill. The venue was fantastic. They had a large projector screen where they had all the matches playing, and they had everybody was watching the matches. The crowd was amazing. So I mean, it was a pretty live setup. Whenever somebody did something hype, the whole crowd was ready.
Yeah, from what I heard, Jeb, he said everyone there, even TOs, just the community there was so nice, so genuinely nice. It wasn't the creepy nice you see in those weird TV shows. Hello, welcome. We have all the same house, the same place. Welcome to our family. But as in, everyone was so welcoming.
Yeah.
Was oh, you're came out of here out of state, and we want to make you feel welcome here, and even come back for another one. But not even So, like, can you want to tell us a little bit about that? Like,
Yeah, legit. I mean, even like the base stuff, like seeding everything to make sure that like there aren't any like regional conflicts and pools and stuff like that. They were down to do all of that. They helped to make sure that all of us were like seated properly skill wise. Whenever we actually were like at the venue, like there weren't like any issues with like people like jeering at us or anything like that. I know like NDVA has had some problems at like other scenes where like that's happened, but Ohio, like there was
Just
never
homies.
that. Honestly, like Ohio might have rooted for me harder than they did some of their own players. Like it was
Dang.
it was amazing. Like I would 10 out of 10 definitely would go back.
Yo, Wes, when we go into Ohio, like when we go into Ohio,
I don't know, man. When is the next cons? That's the real question.
hopefully soon. Like I don't know.
I don't know if it's a regional or if it's a yearly thing, but it was pretty legit. They should definitely do it again.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
Oh, also, so one thing you were talking about how West Virginia kind of came in and represented. You were definitely the first person that I ever welcomed because you travel so much and travel such a far distance that I met from West Virginia, and every person that I've met from West Virginia since has been absolutely a homie. I don't know if that's representative of everyone in the community, but describe the West Virginia scene a little bit for those not in the know.
Well, we used to be pretty big. We're kind of small now, but we used to have weeklies mostly centered around like our college scene. We have two major colleges in West Virginia, Marshall University and West Virginia University, and like the weeklies there would get like anywhere from like 20 to sometimes mid 40, 50 people. Like it was crazy for a little bit, and then it started to die down. We're kind of struggling right now, which is why like we're starting to come out to NDVA to go to other tournaments and like level up, like find some people, meet people, and get them to like come out to our weeklies whenever they can and stuff like that. But we're definitely close. We're tight knit. Like everybody in the scene knows each other, and I can't think of a single person that I actually would say that I dislike in West Virginia. Everybody, even the people that play like the lamest characters, I'm like, no, he's still a homie.
Still a homie. Also, so one thing, talking about like the opposite of lame characters. Okay, so we were in 2017. You're out here winning tournaments with Ganon. I don't think we've mentioned that yet, because I know you on just a homie level too. But like, talk about what Ganon teaches you specifically as a character, and just like the journey that you've come across.
but I'm gonna see what happens because.
Nah, go ahead.
This man will be future sight with the reads. Okay?
Oh yeah,
Especially with the
2020 vision.
Like Jeb will be onto something when I think he's an alien, because these reads will be out of this world. But you can say the reason why you picked up Ganon because you were a Mario at first, but you want to go on why you started with Ganon because that's kind of a huge jump, especially for tier lists.
Yeah, I started out as a Mario main. I played Mario in Brawl and then played him in Smash 4, and I was like, oh, well, he's still good, so I kept him. And then I got really bored with the character, and I was like, let me see if I can win like matches with Ganondorf. And after a while, I was like, this character's too fun. I can't drop him. So I dropped Mario and stayed on Ganondorf. I only really win like West Virginia tournaments. I've won like a couple of Maryland tournaments, but they weren't like the most difficult ones. But it's definitely, it teaches you a lot about fundamentals, I would say. Like with Ganondorf, you have like honestly 3 tools that you can use throughout the entire match. And so it's a matter of like, okay, is this a tool that's going to work against a particular option that they pull out and things like that. So it's just like, it's like micro situations where you're like, are they going to shield? Are they going to run up and like grab? Are they going to attack? Which is like with other characters, but with Ganon, if you get like those 3-4 reads, that's a stock.
Yep.
And, I know that wholeheartedly because of Kirby Ganon. I went neutral 20 times, he hit speed twice, and I'm dead. Hey.
Kirby Ganon.
Yeah.
Some people hate that matchup. Not gonna throw names out, but I don't know. It gets people going.
It's okay. Kirby Ganon is either even or maybe Ganon wins. I don't know. It's close to even.
Also, one thing that I do want to talk about though, I love watching your Ganon specifically in doubles, and we already talked about like teaming with Jeb, but like what do you like about Ganon in doubles, and what do you like about doubles specifically? Because you and I are both huge doubles enthusiasts.
All right, so I'm a huge doubles fanatic. I'm one of those people that's gonna like push doubles as like one of the biggest things that you should do. It's like a side event ever. The main thing about doubles is like I spend a lot of time focusing on spacing and like putting myself in the right place to like extend a combo or extend a throw or something like that. So that's like the main reason that like I stick with doubles. Plus like it helps me not get exposed as much for having a bad character. Cause, like,
What do you mean? Ganon's a great character in doubles.
Ganon is top 5 in doubles.
Of course.
he might not be top 5 in doubles, but he is definitely not bottom 5. And like his skill power, the things that he can do to like extend combos and to like rack up damage, it makes it so that it's not as bad as like having, I don't know, like a Zelda on your team, even though Zelda might be okay in doubles.
Yeah, you're really versatile with like a lot of different doubles teammates anyway. I really like watching Hogpen's Parappa as well last week. That was filthy. But also, one thing that I want to talk about too, which is really similar to doubles, is commentary pairs. And just, I always love commentary with you two. I think you might be easily, well, already free best commentator West Virginia, but one of the most underrated commentators even in our region because you travel so much. But what are things that you just enjoy about commentary as well? Because I love your commentary.
The thing about commentary for me is that I feel like it makes you a much better player, because when you're actually in the game and you're playing, you can't really focus as hard as you can on like certain tendencies of players or certain situations in which an option in neutral might have worked better. But when you're doing commentary, you start to see those things a little better, and then you can actually apply them to like when you're actually playing in the game. Like whenever I'm doing commentary, that's like the main thing that I'm focusing on, and so I guess it makes the commentary a little bit more fresh whenever I'm doing it. But in particular, I haven't done commentary as frequently recently, just because I've been trying to focus on improving on my bracket performance. But like I'm always down to commentate. Like it's my second favorite thing about Smash, other than doubles. But like it's legit one of my favorite things to do.
All right.
What I also want your opinion on is, what do you think of possibility of, obviously it's going to be rough, especially if you were to branch out on this, because tournaments would go so long, especially for only 3-day events, but like, because as the Smash community is growing, we're getting so much more into dubs. What do you think about triples or even quads becoming a thing? Because honestly, after seeing triples at Glitch and the notes the Megos had, I thought that was super interesting. It reminded me of other team games where I come from normally, so I want to hear your opinion on that.
I am also a huge advocate for trips. Quads might be a little bit too hectic as of right now to implement, but trips definitely. Like at Glitch, we had a triple Ganon team that we actually took there. And we didn't do amazing in bracket, but we had some sick combos, some sick combo extensions that we were working on, and like as we were playing it, like the synergy was starting to come together. I think that triples could definitely be something that could happen, but it would have to be something that happens like separate to like singles and doubles, just because there's so many people that had to be taken up by the event. But I would definitely advocate for it over like crew battles and stuff, because crew battles are starting to get kind of overdone.
Oh, of course. I'm pretty over it too, honestly. Especially because some characters just do particularly well in crew battles. But I guess because we got a lot of people in here and they want to see one thing in particular, they do want to see a PR unveiling. So with a final question that I want to leave you on, Van, I think you were one of the people who are just like the epitome of like a Smasher lifestyle. Especially, I mean, you are on the grind. You travel farther. Like, you stay for longer than most people that live like 15 minutes away from here, and even then they don't want to show up. But like, you've been doing this for about like a year and a half, 2 years, and even like playing Brawl as well. But like, anything that you've learned specifically from Smash as a whole, and just like through participating and just like going out to all these different events. I mean, I've seen you at Fantastic, Xanadu, at like the Cave pretty consistently as well. You've been to most of the Virginia like locals at least at one point, let alone West Virginia, going to Ohio, other tournaments. But what like things is just like, I don't know, just being so deep in this community taught you?
The number one thing is probably that the Smash community is probably like my favorite community of people to interact with in general. Like everyone, like from like the dude in bracket that goes like 0-2 to like the top players. Everyone is so cool. They're always like fun to talk to. They're fun to like brainstorm and like play against. Like I don't mind playing against anybody like in tournament, regardless of like how good they are, how bad they are. And probably number two is patience, I think. Because I've been going to tournaments to a lot. I'm still fairly new to like competitive gaming, but like for the past year, maybe year and a half or so, I've been going to Smash tournaments, and I haven't seen the bracket success that I wanted to see yet. And some people that have like been newer to the scene have like had that success. But like I know that the improvement is like it's incrementally like getting better. So eventually it's going to stack up to the point where I can like get that really good bracket run, and like I can go ahead and like bust some people up. But until then, like I got to deal with patience and like deal with having the random night where I go like 1-2 or 2-2, and it's just not great.
Well, anyway, thank you so much for that. That was so well said. And speaking of patience, though, we got a lot of patient people in the chat. So we are going to They're not that patient actually.
Everyone is hyped for this.
Because it's going to be hype. But anyway, thank you so much, Van, for being a part of the show. Definitely having you back on for more time, for sure.
Right. Thanks, guys, for running this. Shout-outs to the sponsor, Hogpen.
Of course, giving us the host.
Shout-outs to all my TB guys, the Token Black crew. I'll see you guys later.
Also, where can they follow you?
Oh, yeah. You can follow me on Twitter, @BlazingCoolio. It's kind of an odd handle, but I had it for a while, so, yeah.
All right. Thank you so much, man. Man, the coolest Blasian you know. Hog Pens. Van. Honestly, give it up. Give him a follow, too. I mean, one of the just genuinely nicest people that we've had the pleasure of knowing because of this beautiful community. But speaking of which, man, we got 20 nice people that we are going to be unveiling on this PR. If we could get a graphic in the background, you can already see it up here.
Yeah, I'm kind of mad because I saw it, and I wanted to save it for when, like, we both saw it together, but hey, man.
I saw it, but I haven't, like, given it, like, that close of a look. But, oh, my goodness.
Yeah, the theme turned out very well. I got the behind-the-scenes look, but I don't know if they can see it.
Yeah, we may just want to throw it, not even in the green screen, but just, like, in
that
front.
looks really good. Jeb did a damn good job.
Let's go, Jeb. Like, all right, cool. Yeah, you guys can see it now. So, rounding off, man.
Right here.
Can you Can you let us know who the number 1 is and what character we have?
All right, so number 1, you have the Bastion main. Well, not actually in Overwatch, but you have Wadi, number 1, of course, doing solo at every single tournament. ZD was kind of getting a run for his money, especially at the beginning. I don't know if the...
Did you move up or down?
I don't know if the webcam went off or not. Or not the webcam,
the audio. It's sounding a little less loud. This is a PR for Ants, LMAO. Yeah, we're trying to make that PR thick.
Anyway, so anyways, obviously, Wadi number 1. ZD was getting a run for his money, especially at the beginning of the season, but it seemed like he kind of figured out what to do, and making ZD hate Rob, try to figure out a character for that, which I don't think you need to. You're Fox. You can find your way from that.
Hey, man, it's up for discussion.
But yeah, you want to go ahead and say number 2. Speaking of ZD.
Speaking of ZD, I don't know if you're trying to transition me to number 3 or not. I'm tired, by the way. Thank you guys for being up so late. But we do have a man who undisputably is so talented, especially when he's playing hot that day. We have Pink Fresh, always a staple in the top 5. He's been there for so long, but right now he is there at number 3 with May. Because, man, that barrier will freeze you up and then will punish you hard. So, glad to see him.
Also, one thing to say about the characters, Pooty and Jeb talked about this. I feel like they should have had B. So, a lot of these people, sure, like, it works out. Actually, some of them are really good. Like, I think Wadi is really good. But for the others that are really weird, or like the Zarya one, because the reason I heard behind it is because, oh, he uses pink Yoshi and she has pink hair, and I'm like, no. Anyways,
number 4?
Yeah, number 4, we have Rimsey with Tracer, and I was thinking that was what's going to be it, because ESS, Tracer have similarities. They're both quick on your feet. And definitely going to be there. And I actually like the in-between where they have Grandmaster, Master, Diamond, all that stuff.
I didn't even notice that. That's sick.
That's actually a nice touch. Jeb the man.
Jeb with the touches. Also, shout out to Pooty Tank, too, for kind of championing this idea as well. I mean, granted, with how much Wadi be playing Overwatch, as well as a lot of the cast on here, I guess it's somewhat fitting. But fitting with a number 5 place right now, we got Seagull Joe.
The Seagull Joe?
Yep, in control. He's got the little pocket Diddy and the DK at the bottom,
so far he's been in control of the top 5 for the past, I don't even know how many PRs.
In control of, like, every Xanadu, too, man. Yeah. Always performing. He's extremely consistent, too. I think something that we don't talk about enough with Seagull. So, another bump up on the PR, too, man. Promelia is sitting pretty at number 6, right outside that top 5.
So proud of him, by the way. Putting in the time, one person that you talk about coming from the bottom, now we're here.
Oh, yeah.
And making it all the way to top 6. Like, just progressively moving up, getting further each time. And I wouldn't be surprised to see him in the top 3 sometime in the future. Hey, man, I'm calling it.
Oh, of course. And calling as we see him, man, one of the people that call the shots on the panel board, which I do want to mention, we have Kree, Tantalus, Remzi, Seagull, and Zephyr. And I believe Promelia will be stepping up to take Zephyr's place. That could be right, that could be wrong. I don't know. But nonetheless, man, calling the shots, we got Zephyr. Chilling here with the little Mac.
I think Soldier is probably the most perfect one on this list. Because if he is not your dad and he was not Soldier, then I don't know, man. He's not a young man anymore. Anyways, on to number 8, we have Rags. Putting in countless amount of work here in Nova. You can never sleep on the man. He wasn't here tonight, but pretty sure if you're here, he'd have been definitely a contender for top 4.
Yeah. McCree pretty fitting, too, honestly. That's a good one. And then
especially with his new facial hair, man. He'd be real lucky on McCree. Anyway.
We got Young Dex as well, man. Showing, too, I mean, it's worth highlighting in the bottom, too, man. He has the Roy and the Marth as well, but that Corrin has boosted him up to that. Actually, he's still saying the same at 9th place, but honestly, Dexter, top 10 talent, and he has just been, especially seeing him perform well at Fantastic as well, was a big tournament that I saw him perform at, and also just so many Xanadu's, too, man.
Yeah, he's still a sleeper. People don't realize how good Dexter really is. But I don't know. We'll see, especially if he starts going out to more stuff. We'll see how we'll do. But number 10, closing out this top 10 is the Black Yoshi with the orange Bayonetta and with Diva.
I like that fit, honestly, too, as Diva.
I think Sommer would have been perfect. Just saying.
Whatever works. I feel like I'm getting, in the same way that Diva with the nerf this, I feel like I'm getting nerfed here because, I don't know, man. I ain't got no Overwatch.
It's ironic. Actually, it's super ironic.
Because
people are asking for those nerfs. Anyways.
And sitting at number 11th as well, we got Arctic Fury's own Iota.
Iota moving up a lot. I think,
getting a lot of like consistent second place finishes here at the cave as well. Always doing great in doubles as well. But man, that Wario, and he's been like really. I think this past PR season, we've been seeing his Mewtwo and his Lucario co-mains, even like a Samus sometimes, like out of the blue. He's been using those in winners bracket, and he's taken quite a lot of names so far. So good stuff for him at 11th, and then number 12th. We have Pootie Tang.
As Junkrat, I can kind of see it.
I
can kind of see it. I don't know if his personality, or even unless he had a really rough day, well, then maybe he comes home like looking like Junkrat. But otherwise, he's very dashing, man. Otherwise, number 12. That's moving up, I think, 2 spots from last.
Yep.
And spots,
talk about moving up spots, not even on the PR last season, but sitting at 13th, we have the Scarlet Rift straight out of F-Berg. It is with, I don't know, such a pleasure to announce this. At sitting at 13th, that's like quite a high placement as well, but he has a lot of high-scoring PR wins as well. So Scarlet, man, I don't know, doing pretty well. Any thoughts?
Scarlet's very scary. If you run into him in bracket, and like I said, here are these Nova tournaments, because he be coming up from F-Berg, almost always guaranteed that top 8 spot. If you run into him, very bait and punish, very not only is he bait and punish, but his pressure game is so good. He knows how to utilize the tools of Sheik so well.
Yeah, and I think especially he's debuting at number 13th, but I think he's only going up from there too. Viceroy said in the chat, he is very zen. You know, like he is somebody who he does kind of get like agitated, but I've never seen him super flustered or shook. So honestly, great job by that. And also, speaking of great jobs, we were talking about it, but great job on the power rankings. Jeb elected to make this. As I said, Pootie came in with the Overwatch theme, but Jeb came in with a beautiful. I don't know. Say what you want about like Overwatch on a PR thing, but I think just the graphic like looks nice.
Yeah.
So and he's been looking nice as of recently too. He's been using the co-main with Bayonetta, putting a lot of development into that this season. But also, man, the Lucas is already still crisp as well. So
and talking about a Sheik that puts on pressure, putting you in that disadvantage state and does not want to let you go. We have Puppet.
Yep. Lay Puppet, dog.
His rushdown game, he is probably the definition of rushdown in Smash 4. If you really want to learn how to play it.
Yep. And honestly, sitting here at 15th, but one of the scariest, like, I don't know. Like, honestly, I almost feel bad about this placement because the potential and the talent level of Puppet. I think as of recently too, even I feel like he was even underseeded at this week's Xanadu as well because he made a pretty nice run through that as well. But I mean, not too shabby, especially with how competitive this PR season is. And then we have the older brother sitting at 16th, Arctic Furies.
Well, not Arctic Fury anymore.
Former Arctic Fury.
But
now just Squirk. And just Squirk is enough, honestly. To get 16th, he's got that pink hair, pink Yoshi, don't cur. Like,
well, yeah, okay, I got you. I got confused. I'm like, it's blonde in real life, but then I'm like, all right, it's already a pink Yoshi.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Man, Squirk's also had a nerf too because they took away his little cheetah filter. I saw that on Twitter too. Apparently that's not on Snapchat anymore. I'm not hip with the kids, honestly.
Honestly, it's a nerf I wanted. Anyways, not just specifically since I hated like all my sisters using it and just like God, just stop. But that's had nothing to do with.
And sitting here on 17th. In the chat as well, sitting,
I like
chilling.
For it. I think Viceroy would agree because he's a very memey character in game and very memey IRL is Viceroy. So
So, yeah, I like that 17th spot. And then also, worth noting, man, this 18th through 20th spot, really proud of our 3 players who made snuck in here at the bottom 20. But, I mean, these were probably such a toss-up, nail-biters of decision calling that you had to make. But, honestly, really proud to see Minix get some recognition, sitting at 18th. He's had a lot of really good wins. I believe right now he's 3-1 against Promelia. Plenty of other just like, I believe he got 5th at this last week's Xanadu. Granted, that's after the PR season. But he's had a lot of good results, so I'm happy to see him get some shine. And then at 19th, too, your boy Archie.
The
straight
boy,
out of RVA.
The like we said, the Wheaties kid from MDVA.
Yep, doing really well. Yeah, he's the poster child for sure. But really nice seeing Archie. He did really well at Just Roll With It when he traveled out of state. He's defended the house at so many anvils and other events as well. Did get 7th, underperforming a little bit from just high expectations we always put on Archie because of how much potential he has as a player. But really happy to see him at 19th, and he only can grow from here.
Definitely.
So would you like to introduce the 20th spot, though?
20th, we have the Ryu, Ash. Used to be Bowser main, but I think he's kind of threw down left the castle to kind of travel the world.
Yep.
As Ryu as the World Warrior. And like I said, very scary Ryu, especially now because this neutral game
has gotten so good.
So horrifying. When you have a Ryu with a neutral, one of the most scariest characters.
If you come out to our monthlies, too, we normally consistently see Remzi and Ash at the Cave monthlies. Yeah, cousin of number 4th Remzi. But, yeah, a really great doubles threat as well, even triples as well. But Ash, man, that Ryu is filthy. But anyway, so that's pretty much it for the Overwatch power rankings. As I said, special thanks to everyone on the PR panel: Kree, Tant, Remzi, Siegel, and Zephyr. Granted, it's always worth noting PR is really important. It's nice to give some recognition for people, but it's not the end-all, be-all. You're allowed to have your own opinions on it, as everyone does.
Yeah.
But it's always nice to, just kind of take a break every quarter and just acknowledge some people that have worked really, really hard. And if you're not on the PR, if you're a little upset with it, some of the things, man, crazy, crazy things can happen. You could jump up like 17 places. You can also fall back a billion or whatever. But as long as you're making the deep runs in bracket, that's what really matters. So anyway. Yeah. Thank you so much for tuning in for this
mini run back this time.
Yeah. Any final thoughts that you just want to have in general, or any questions that the chat possibly has? Because we don't have as much time.
Well, if it's about PR and the decisions made, we don't know. Yeah. We can't answer those questions.
We're just here to deliver the information to the people.
Yeah. Answering Scarlet, like it's what we want to do. Like we want to do this for you guys. It's the reason why we started this whole show was for you guys. So. Thank you guys for being here, actually, because you guys are the reason why we did this. The reason why you guys are the reason why it's even on this show, which there's going to be a mini version, like I said earlier, but catch us next week where we're going to be talking about.
We're going to have a fully loaded baked potato. It's got the bacon. It's got the cheddar cheese. It's got the cheese. It's got the.
Look at it.
It's going to be an appetizing pizza of just I don't know. Just we have a lot of content to cover. Also on YouTube specifically, if you want to see some West Rally commentary, we recently did do the Arcadian. Plenty of other top threats, and if you look at VG Bootcamp, actually were super nice, and they actually uploaded the videos of the Arcadian. Pretty sure there's other Arcadians that aren't even uploaded. But if you want to see the top 8 that Westphalian took over, that was pretty fun. And then if you want to see just consistent, just awesome, awesome content, we do have the K Fairfax. Please give them a follow. And if you want to see just some more vloggy stuff, if you want to see just like former episodes of the Runback, we definitely have them on our West Rally YouTube. Do you know the actual handle of that?
It's just West Rally.
Just West Rally.
Look that up. That should be one of the first things to come up. We don't have a thumbnail for it, so it pops out, but you should look up West Twelly. And I mean, if you just put it in, because it is Twelly, the T where West is.
Yeah, it conjoins the both of us.
Yeah, and it is a capital, but it really doesn't matter if you should look it up.
Yeah.
But yeah, vlogs are coming up. Twilly Talks, new segment we're working on, is going to be up there.
We got even more things that we're not even going to talk about, but they're sick. Yeah. So just trust us on it. But anyway, you can follow this kid right here at West Tower. You can follow me at Twelly. Granted, super short stream.
Super Twilly.
Oh.
Man, take it over your own.
Look, man, it's real late. Yeah, honestly, it's real late. So we're going to let y'all sleep. We're going to let me sleep and take that long ride home to Fredericksburg. So congratulations, everyone, on your pre-hour results. And granted, tune in to us next Thursday after the cave. And tune in for just brackets in general.
We're going to make up. We're going to make up because we skipped last week and we had a short one this week. Yep. We got you next week.
But we'll always be here for you guys. So thank you guys so much, and enjoy the rest of your evening, y'all.
Take care and have a good night, guys.
Later.